everyone. It's episode 60 of the ToonamiGAF podcast. I'm Greg Zeno. Tonight we have C. Kohler,
Hello.
B-Dubs,
Hi.
and BB Boy 20.
Sometimes even dreams can come from the strangest places.
Okay, moving on. Quick bit of news. Looks like there's a Attack on Titan marathon on July 4th, surprising no one.
Nope. Also, there's 2 new Metroid games.
We just talked about that for like half an hour.
Yes, yeah, we did, except we weren't taping. I just, if somebody didn't watch E3, and this is where they get their news.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which is, it's going to be like that one guy who just randomly came across
I only
this.
get my world news from the ToonamiGAF podcast because I am...
An idiot.
Please don't do that.
Or maybe do. We don't know.
Anyway, let's immediately talk about Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, episode 21, The Start of Vengeance, the Frieza Force's Malice Strikes Gohan. Or not really.
Yeah.
Because everyone just kind of gets beaten up.
Does everyone get beaten up?
I mean the Frieza Force.
Well, yeah, okay, the Frieza Force gets beaten up.
Yeah, apparently they're all scrubs by comparison.
Well, I mean, like, everyone that was fighting them was at least Super Saiyan 1 level.
Except for Roshi, right? I'm assuming his buff form is like something that hasn't been around for a long time.
Well, I mean, Roshi apparently has been training in the background. Like, he's not, like, really super strong, but he's, like, probably handicap him around, somewhere Goku leaves for Namek.
Okay.
I guess something like that.
It was kind of neat to see him do his Kamehameha, because that's like, he invented it.
Yeah, that's his move.
Yeah.
Like, it was a nice reminder that Goku stole all his moves from people. Like, he got nothing that he came up with by himself.
Everybody in this episode does like a signature move.
Except Gohan.
Yeah, well, I thought he did one, but maybe not.
No, he fired ki blasts, and then he got a hole in the chest.
Oh. I kept waiting for Piccolo to do the closed beam, but he did something different.
You should have done that to Gohan when he showed up in the tracksuit.
Oh, wait, no, but he did do the closed beam, though. He did the special modified version of the closed beam where he can suddenly, like, replace Gohan's missing heart. Remember that scene?
Oh, yeah.
He just puts his hand on the hole in Gohan's chest, and then suddenly he's healed. It's like, what power is that?
I don't... Wherever it came from, good on you, Piccolo. He is the most useful character in this series. Swear to God.
And simultaneously the most useless.
This is true.
Anyway, so Jaco is also there.
No,
Like
Jaco is the most useless character.
5 seconds.
Yeah, he kicked one guy and then hid behind a rock.
Yeah,
Bulma is still on her bent of, well, after Namek, I just want to be in all the dangerous places now.
Well, I mean, she survived an exploding planet, She's like, what the hell's going to kill me? This?
I mean...
It's not very smart, regardless.
No, it's really not, especially when she spends the entire time shit-talking the bad guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is no one, like, run over it? How does Frieza not just shoot her in the head?
Frieza's pretty great, too. I'm loving... I don't have any of it written down, but he had lots of really funny dialogue.
I love how they translate Frieza's dialogue, because, like, in the Japanese, it's sort of, like, more pedestrian and, standard evil guy, but when they bring it over, it's all classy and, like, he knows he's better than you are. Like, he just don't give a fuck.
I'm suddenly realizing I don't remember what happened in this episode.
Hang on. They fought the goons. Then
And that's it.
then the red guy hugged Gohan, and then the skinny guy shot them both. Then Piccolo used his new clothes beam to replace Gohan's heart. And then Ginyu Frog showed up.
At the very end, yeah. And
Yes.
the skinny guy claims that he is stronger than all of the Ginyu Force or something like that.
That's not that hard. I mean, literally everyone there but Roshi is probably stronger than them.
And then I guess the skinny guy is vying to replace Sorbet.
I guess.
Yeah. Although I don't expect him or that Sorbet guy to be around much longer.
No, Frieza doesn't seem like the kind of dude that's going to let anyone survive, even his own guys.
Right.
Especially when they're all that useless.
Anyway,
So
Goku and Vegeta still training.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
went somewhere.
We're just counting down until they arrive. I mean, nothing can really start until they get there.
Well, I mean, apparently it's going to take them like half an hour. Because they got to...
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently that's how long it takes the length of a standard anime episode to get from Beerus's world to Earth.
Also, Krillin is having like, oh, I suck now. And it's like,
Krillin-
why did you come then?
He's got PTSD, come on.
But then no, he's like, oh, wait, I'm a badass.
I forgot, I'm stronger than everyone else.
Like, I'm not even thinking and I'm dodging these hits.
Oh, wait, I can kill all these guys very easily. Like, Krillin as a cop is like... Can I just say how great that is? If only because... Like, he's not going to run around acting like he's John McClane or something, even though he totally should.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a good episode, though. Like, following Krillin around on his beat.
No.
No, you're probably right. That would be bad.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about Kai?
Sure.
All right.
So, Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters 120, and A Heart of Evil Awakened, Vegeta, Prince of Destruction. Who could have seen this one coming?
It's not like he had any evil in his heart to exploit.
No, not at all.
No, there was no anger or jealousy or really any negative emotions at all. Just came out of nowhere.
Nobody could have possibly prepared for this at all.
This could not have been prevented in any way. It's just one of those things, you know? There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, just kind of like, well, okay.
Like, I'm surprised at some point Supreme Kai wasn't like, maybe we should ask Vegeta to wait outside.
Well, okay, let's just stop there for a second. I'm never surprised by Supreme Kai because the guy's a freaking idiot. He's like the worst character.
He is probably the worst Kai. Like, King Kai probably would have been like, Vegeta, go wait outside. We'll be out in like a minute.
I mean, I don't... Like, all he does is stand around and be surprised at things he ought to know about. And he's not willing to tell people important information before it happens.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Like, he should have been paying way more attention to Earth, because if he knew how strong everybody was, he never would have bothered with an insane plan like giving Majin Buu half his power back, just to start with.
Yeah.
Like, probably a good nomination for worst character.
Yeah, like, if he had been paying more attention, he would have shown up at, like, Gohan or Vegeta's house and been like, hey, we're trying to fight this, evil thing. Can you come and help us out, because you're so much stronger than we are.
No, he's got the worst plans, and for somebody who you're supposed to believe is like, kind of like all-knowing and a leader of people. He's just incompetent.
It's almost like he was not trained properly for the job he's been given.
And I'm sure that's part of it. But at the same time, it's like, then don't try to do what you're doing. Get someone else. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
B-Boy, you got any opinions?
Nope.
Yeah, it's that kind of episode, right?
Yep.
Honestly, outside of Vegeta turns evil, what was even in this episode?
Gohan was getting his butt kicked a little bit.
Oh yeah, and Vegeta was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how badly he sucks now."
Well, yeah, I mean, Gohan could have like ripped this guy in half when he was like, what was he, 8?
Yeah.
Like one punch and the guy's head would have come flying off.
Yeah, well, all I could think about though is that like, as much as Vegeta was complaining that Gohan hasn't been training and all this other stuff, Gohan still looks like he's freaking super jacked,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wait till you see him in Super, man.
Yeah, complain about when he gets all skinny and shit.
Yeah.
This was basically the Gohan sucks now power hour.
Yeah,
Kinda.
at least for a little while. At the same time, Vegeta couldn't have beaten Deborah, let's be real. Like, if Gohan, with the Super Saiyan 2 thing, didn't have that on lockdown, regular ass Vegeta probably didn't either.
But can't Vegeta go Super Saiyan 2?
No, not yet. Well, I mean, now he can, because, he got the mark of evil and whatnot.
Yeah, I'll tell you the other thing that's funny to me about these episodes on Kai is that like Maj or whatever his name is, Bobbity, like
Yeah.
it's just I never know what this guy could do. He could do anything. He's magic. It's
Yeah,
I ain't gotta explain shit. It's magic, Like he can just teleport people across the universe and then
Yeah.
suddenly brain control people, mind control them. It's like, what can't this guy do?
Fight.
Yeah.
Not die.
Yeah, basically.
It's just when I know that like power levels and ki and all this other stuff in Dragon Ball is kind of like magic. I guess it kind of is magic, and dragons granting wishes is magic. It's so weird to see someone who is literally like a sorcerer, and he's like casting spells with goofy names and things that's happening. It's just not normally what I associate with Dragon Ball.
Anyway, guys want to talk about Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Attack on Titan, episode 32, Close Combat, in which a really great MMA fight is ruined by the fact that I can't tell what Eren is saying.
No one knows what he's saying.
He's saying, "Swear to me!"
I'm all alone.
Where's the trigger? Where is it?
Nice coat.
I don't wear hockey pads.
Somebody in the thread said that this is peak Aaron.
Yeah, no, he gets worse after this.
This is
This-
This is the most Eren has ever been.
This is like when he's actually good and not horrible. So, drink it in.
I guess that like I kind of take it that like he's supposed to be when he's in Titan form, then maybe he's supposed to be like turning a little animalistic or something because he's just so pissed off. But it could just be that he's just being himself. I can't tell.
Yeah, no one can. I mean, he's always pissed off. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we have really bad-looking CGI Titan.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it's definitely like noticeably CGI. And then somebody in the thread, I think it was Bishop, was like,
I mean, it's
"You can
not
count the
Berserk."
polygons."
I mean, it's not Berserk bad. Let's be real.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
Nothing is Berserk bad.
That literally pisses me off. How they keep screwing up that damn series.
Oh god.
I mean, in this case, it's like, HBO, we're finally doing it right.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it's going to take is someone at HBO getting into the manga and being like, "Hey, we could probably do this."
Yeah.
You'll find once again you'll find better animations just watching Star Fox 64 than this Berserk.
Yeah, that walking animation is literally like that walking animation is literally the talking animation from Star Fox 64.
It really is.
My God. Anyway, so I like that part where Aaron was like, "I'm gonna do it," and then punch. He just gets launched in the air.
Yeah.
Cut to
Yep.
commercial break. It's like, oh, that's right, you suck.
I mean, he's kind of going up to like a pro Titan shifter, so he didn't really have a whole lot of going for him. I think.
Which is weird because Reiner hasn't exactly had a lot of opportunities to use that form.
No, but I kind
No.
of think
Maybe had what he. In fact, he's literally had we've seen him on screen in Titan form one time.
right a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Only the lonely.
But I think that I don't know this, but I get this impression that both he and Bert, they have like a lot of experience from wherever they came from of
Yeah,
doing it.
the manga is actually getting into that right now, which is
Wow.
like 3 arcs later.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
that's
we're
just
talking
I
like
just they clearly have knowledge that nobody else has about Titans and Titan form. I think, and
yeah.
that's why I kind of feel like, and he probably like I don't know if like I don't understand how Titans work, and I'm not expecting to know, but like he's got the armor plating and stuff, and I kind of wonder if like he knows how to do that, or if that's just something unique to him, and if it is something he knows how to do, then that sort of shows that he's like extra skilled at it. I don't know.
Or even if it's unique to him, it's like holy crapola.
Yeah.
So at the end, Colossal Titan decides, "Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna
I'm here
eat you
too.
all." That's a really creepy image where he's just like dropping wide open mouth.
And that cut to be continued.
That was a good cliffhanger.
That is a
Yeah.
very roundabout cliffhanger.
I also like the scene too where Hanja, or whatever her name is, like was standing on Aaron's shoulder in Titan form, and he's like, "You need to do this," and then he kind of looks at her, and she starts fangirling, and she's like all blushing and stuff. She's like, "Oh my god!"
She's she literally has like a "I just came" sound.
Yeah, kind of. It's
Yeah.
off screen, like the camera pans away, but you hear it.
She's like, "I'm talking to a Titan."
That was
She's
kind of a
weird.
nice little, like, yeah, she is. It's a nice little moment. I like her character, and we haven't seen that part of her character in a while, so it's cool.
Anyway, so other than that, Tokyo Ghoul.
Actually, Yuki. In regard, there's an upcoming episode. The next episode basically where at least in regards of Yuki Kaji, the Japanese voice actor of Eren. This is what I believe is actually maybe the best acting from Eren. So, and I was straight wondering how is Bryce Papenbrook gonna pull it off? And considering how this episode resulted alone, I'm just not optimistic at all that Bryce is even gonna pull off some of the intricacies that are gonna happen in next episode. I mean, Bryce is a good actor, but compared to Yuki, like I was never once convinced he was able to really act like or to talk like Rage personified. I don't know. It's just that's the advantage the Japanese language has, but Bryce, the very moment like he took on the Colossal Titan the first time, that would have been Bryce's moment to prove that if he really could pull that impression off, and he never did. And the other thing is, this episode personally has been really like the closest idea of what people expected that what the show was capable of pulling off. And Bryce's performance just crashes all that to the ground.
Well,
Like
I'm not so sure it's his performance. I kind of wonder if like he's just being poorly directed too.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
that was my thought. Like they made a bad decision about how they were going to do his Titan voice early on, and now it's like, oh
They gotta
fuck.
stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right that he's a good actor, and that probably not why this sounds so bad. It's more like you got to make him growl, and it's like, ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, they might not have realized early on how much time or what exactly he winds up doing in Titan form.
Yeah. But it does definitely lower. We were kind of all just laughing at those scenes when we probably should have been like, this is hype.
yeah, it really is that episode, and add in his performance and add in the ratings, it's like, yeah, I guess Attack on Titan's kind of done being that uber popular if not that many Americans alone are even going to bother watching perhaps the best episode to date.
I think they waited 4 years, and then One Punch Man just kind of came in and stole all of its lunch.
That too.
One Punch Man stole everyone's lunch.
Yes. One Punch Man stole everyone's lunch. Saitama made children cry by stealing their lunch.
He literally has made children cry before.
Yep. Anyway, you guys want to talk about Tokyo Ghoul?
Guess
No?
we have to.
Do
Tokyo
we really?
Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul episode 10, Aogiri. In this episode, just kind of people show up on Teiku, and then things happen, and for some reason. And then old guy is like, give up on seeing him ever again. And then 5 seconds later, he's like, I never said give up on seeing him ever again. Also, here's Gourmet Guy. So this show is still bad.
Yeah, it's just, they're doling out embarrassing character after embarrassing character.
Yeah.
Now they've got this crazy white-haired kid who, as best as I can tell, is probably the son of the white-haired guy who died.
I don't think so.
He might not be, but
because I believe his backstory was Jason killed my wife and daughter. Now I'm a crazy person.
All right. Well, he might as well be, just judging by the way he acts. He's
Maybe he had an illegitimate kid, like he just wound up banging some chick one night, and now he's got a son he didn't know about.
I wouldn't put it past it.
He's like, hey guys, I'm an anime character. Anime!
Yeah, he's like, I don't care about anything, but I'm secretly the most badass character in the show, or something like that.
I'm gonna walk into like 15 ghouls and they're all gonna die immediately. So it's like, I'm walking on street blockades or some shit. Derby pay no attention to me. And then there's Toka's brother, who's just like generic edgelord. He's like, no, I'm so strong. You're so weak.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill everyone.
He's like Sasuke, basically.
And then at least he seems to smile a bit more, I think.
This show doesn't allow people to smile.
No smiling.
So then, there's other also overly emotional mood swing guy. It's like, are you dating her? Oh, you're not. Okay, you were totally fine. Are you dating her?
Yeah, and they're dragging out this like, why does it need to be a secret that her liver is inside him? Like, why don't you just tell that dude that she died? But the game, of course, it's written in such a way that he does not realize or know that she's dead. It's like, dude, I'm not dating that girl. She's dead.
Well, maybe they were trying to like spare his feelings or something. You know, it'd be
Maybe.
like, oh no, she went to America. Yes, she went to America. She went to Chicago.
I think he lied in the episode and it's like, oh yeah, he said like, he says, are you dating? And he says something that's like, not exactly. Or
Yeah,
I'm not, I'm in a, or he said something like, I'm in a
I mean,
unique
we're
relationship.
close, but you know,
Oh yeah,
like
we're close. And it's like, dude, just don't beat around the bush.
That is literally the least. That is what?
I have her liver inside of me.
Yeah, you just go, hey, I've
It
got
was
some.
medical malpractice.
I'm not your enemy. I'm not dating her. I have some really bad news for you. She died. By the way, she also tried to kill me.
And then the doctor put her insides inside of me because malpractice.
Yeah, because apparently you can do that.
Like they didn't even bother type matching the blood or anything. You know, they just hoped it would work.
You're practically different species. I'm surprised it did anything.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. You know, the guy didn't up and die 3 seconds later
Right.
from having the blood not match.
That's
Anyway,
all I
so
would say.
also Jason is here, and he's here to like smash Kaneki's face into a wall off screen for like 5 minutes.
Why off screen though? I would have wanted to see that.
Oh, even the edges infecting you.
No, I just don't like the character. I want to see him get the shit kicked out of him.
Well, all he did, it was like make sure he no longer had a face. So
So what do you think? Worst character in the year is going to be a three-way race between Benazer, Supreme Kai, and Kaneki?
Oh, this isn't even a contest.
Yeah, Kaneki's on the list for sure because he's
He is
again
the list.
he like he's kind of a non-character. That's his problem. He's just there's nothing interesting about him. Oh, except that the fact that he's one of those rare one-eyed ghouls.
That's not interesting.
No, it isn't. No.
Nope.
Also, if I was a ghoul and I lived my whole life as a ghoul, and I had heard that there are these things called one-eyed ghouls, I think I'd want to know a little bit about what the hell that means. These people act like they don't know how it happens. And it's like, It's pretty obvious how it happens. You just put a ghoul guts in a human and they turn into one of these.
Yeah.
But like they don't care or look into it or they're kind of dumb.
Well, apparently they were. It was some guy in the CCG was like, "Oh yeah, they never get to go to elementary school, and so they're all stupid."
Oh well, shit.
Because I mean, it was like, that does make sense, because they can't eat human food at all, period, and kids probably can't handle that, so they all get driven out of school.
But again, not to dwell on this too much because I don't care. If ghouls have been around for a long time, I think they would have figured out some way to do homeschooling. Like they would have figured it out.
Like tutoring or something.
It's kind of like with Harry Potter, where like all the wizards just feign ignorance about technology, like they're not interested in it, when it could really benefit their society to learn that shit, but they don't do it.
Well, I mean, I think that stuff doesn't work, because of all the magic and shit was the explanation.
Some things, but there are other things where it's kind of stupid that they don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do use stuff like cars and whatnot,
Kind of, but no, those are the wackos who do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the purebloods or whatever, like the crazy hardcore wizards, they don't want to even. They scoff at Muggle stuff, even though Muggles have things like nukes.
Yeah. Like, maybe we should get us some of those. Nah.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about Hunter x Hunter?
Sure.
Hunter x Hunter, episode 54, Fortunes Aren't Right? In this episode, Killua puts a pie in Gon's face, and that's the episode. All right, everybody, good night.
No,
Why
no.
is
Also,
why is a? Oh, go ahead.
also Hisoka he's a goddamn troll.
Yeah, he's a super troll. I didn't actually realize that he had changed the fortune
Really?
until someone on the thread was like, "Yeah, he changed the fortune."
Of course he did. He's got the freaking texture surprise thing. Because the fortune would have told everyone that he betrayed them and why.
But wait, I thought that's what happened. I thought that
No, no,
they
he
think.
changed it and no, he changed it up enough so that it's says, oh yeah, no, I betrayed you, but I was forced to do it. I didn't do it for shits and giggles.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like goes over and is like, "Hey, he's totally alive!" Emoji.
The emoji was cool.
He loves he does love his emo. I mean, he speaks in emoji, so you know.
Anyway.
I guess, and for people, I guess, who maybe didn't see the episode, it's worth mentioning that in that a couple episodes ago, when Crollo was hanging out with Neon and he like knocked her out, that's when he stole her power. So now he can
Yeah.
do her power, which is,
Fortune telling.
Yeah, basically.
Right. Apparently, they don't really explain how he can steal powers in the series proper, but it's basically he has to see it himself. He's got to ask him a question about it. He has to make their hand touch his book, and all that has to be done within an hour.
Okay.
And then in order to use the power, he's got to open the book to the right page in his right hand, and then keep it open for as long as he wants to use it.
And then some like weird demon. Oh no, the demon thing coming out, that was her power that he took.
Yeah, that was her power. That's the thing that writes the fortune.
Right.
So yeah, Crollo's still weird.
Yeah, his power is like ridiculously convoluted. But
Also,
it's either it's either it's really convoluted or it has like a death sentence attached to it.
they're also mostly from Meteor City, which is just kind of a junkyard.
Yeah, it's a shithole where all the dangerous people live.
Yeah, I kind of like that part because it was. I like getting a little context about where they're from.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I was thinking about this when I was watching this episode. It's like other shows, if like this episode was almost completely exposition, like almost nothing happened other than characters explaining things.
Hmm.
And I think in any other show, I might get bored about this, or I might find it uninteresting, or whatever. And somehow this show makes it interesting, and it's like I am legitimately curious about what's going on. It's well directed, I think, is what it is.
It's well directed and the characters are well written enough where even the bad guys, you sort of care about them a bit, you know? It's like you want to see what happens to them, you want to know more about them.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
because like the troop
Yeah.
aren't like, like they're not the standard evil organization thing. They look like they could just as easily be, sort of the main characters cast in a series.
Right.
Yeah, the fortunes they're reading kind of centers the point home that despite Kurapika being technically one of the protagonists, he's really is more or less depicted as some antagonistic force for these antagonists. It's like
Yeah.
their death is almost like the odds are not in their favors, even so technically speaking, it's not.
Right. And like Kurapika and Killua both, while being technically the heroes of our show, are also morally ambiguous characters.
Hmm.
Killers known to murder people. I mean, like, it's a good show when you can have characters that are this complicated written, and still you like them.
Yeah. So, I think that's a big part of the reason why everyone puts up with all the hiatuses and some of the exposition, and generally how long it takes to get through an arc because everyone cares about who these guys are and what they're doing.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Hmm.
Want to talk about the long-awaited, we don't have to deal with it again, unicorn?
Let's get this over with.
Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, episode 22, Return. In this episode, some bullshit.
Okay, so that opening, was that DeMarco doing that, or was that
No.
Sunrise?
That was Sunrise.
Apparently, Sunrise made this ridiculous opening where it's like a comedy.
It was like, because it felt like if it was DeMarco, it would have been like, oh, he actually pays attention to our complaints about the show and tried to, explain it a little bit.
It was kind of funny in like a flippant way. It's like, hey, there's this guy, he's Benager. You don't need to know about his past, but he's this and that. And there's this girl, oh, she's got green eyes. And it's like that. I'm like, what the hell is this?
And then he got Full Frontal. He's full of naked ambition.
That was
Now you get it.
Now I get it.
Yeah, it was like they were like a half step away from having the space dandy narrator just narrate that entire thing.
I don't remember anything about the episode except for the goofy recap at the beginning and the girl transmitting her message. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, no one will fact check this.
Boy, this is a really boring message.
Or they could just be like, they're just taking her word. It's like, she could have said, I found Laplace's box. It has this special thing on here. It says that, you must treat the new tribes with respect, and you must serve them ice cream on every other day of the week. And they would believe her because they won't bother to check it.
It's like, too bad, I've got the box. Fuck you. That's what it says.
Yeah,
exactly.
How do you know what to say that?
What box? I see a inscription of something. It's a tablet? What is it?
Yeah.
Thus continuing the confusion, like, it's not a box though.
Yeah, they kept calling it the box up until the very end. It's dumb.
like
What's in the box?
It's not even a box.
Right. What happened? What was like the final shots of this? I don't even remember.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Nobody here knows, do they? Do you know? B-dubs, do you know?
No, I can't. I don't care.
I don't even remember how it ends. Like I mean, I remember Full Frontal like turning into a space ghost and flying away, but I think that happened in the previous episode.
Yeah, no, that was last episode.
Yeah.
Well, in this episode, Benager also almost turned into a space ghost and flew away, but then he didn't, I think.
Oh, because
did he yell "Space Ghost" like "Space Ghost"?
Like something about the job, like Rainer or Blonde Sasuke said to him, like, it's not over yet. It's something still.
Except it is.
Or something.
What's the guy that you hate?
Riddy.
Yeah, so Riddy saved him or whatever.
You can tell.
According to the Wikipedia page, it says by blocking the laser, that giant laser Blinks was absorbed into the Gundam. So I had to look this up to even remember what the hell happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I do know that the chick with the man face got arrested. I remember that. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. She got taken
why
away.
Why did she get arrested?
Because she was the one who was trying to destroy the thing, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you know
Whatever.
what? That's a great question. Why did they arrest her? I mean, was she not allowed to shoot the super mega laser?
I guess.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. I didn't care at that point.
Yeah.
And then the fat guy who was her brother, didn't have to go to jail for some reason. So whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, which fat guy? The one that was the joke or the one that was serious?
I don't know. There was a serious one. They're all kind of jokes to me, but
Well, one's annoying, the other's trying to be stoic.
I guess no, the annoying one.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
that was Link's brother. That
yeah, something like that.
just
And
very distant brother, I guess. Yeah, the other fat guy who yeah, that's one shot scene where like, wait, like the expression of like regretting like activating the laser, but I'm like,
yeah, because he was like, Riddy's out there, and everybody freaked out. And it's like,
oh, that's what it was? Because I didn't have no clue why he was freaking out right there.
yeah, for some reason he grew a conscience in like a millisecond. And
And
he's
it
like,
wasn't properly communicated to the
no.
viewer.
Also, Banajra and Riddy just suddenly have like a bromance for some reason. And it's like, this guy just killed that person you really liked.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I do remember though, and it's typical for this show, is that it had like a really nice like ending credit sequence that was like really well done. Like everything about the production quality of this show is so good. It's such a shame that I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Like
so
this should be one of the contenders for show of the year, but it's just not.
Super duper not.
no,
Yeah.
not even close. It'll make a list that's like best looking show or great music, but not anything else.
Yeah, it'll come in second for best looking show of the year, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically the milkshake duck, except not morally offensive, at least.
Wait, why is milkshake duck offensive?
It's the joke of 5 minutes later. Oops, turns out he's racist.
Oh, right. Because I was
Except,
thinking
yeah.
of because like I had seen this GIF of a duck that bit a dog in the dick, and I'm like, wait, and for some reason I thought of that.
What? Okay. What's going on? We
Hang
need
on,
this
hang
show
on.
back on track.
Yeah,
Hold
No,
on. What? Okay, let's move on. Shippuden.
No,
Naruto
find this
Shippuden, episode
GIF.
161. Surname is Sarutobi, given name Konohamaru. Oh, this is a great title. In which Konohamaru fights the worst and lamest pain. You can't even kill Konohamaru. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's pretty crap. I mean, how
And
many?
he's got a unicorn-style fat face.
He does, and he must have killed lots of like Anbu Black Ops guys, but he can't kill this one kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're generally garbage.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a bad example. I should have said like he's probably killed other like elite ninjas in the Leaf Village, but he comes across this kid who just happens to be Naruto's sort of pupil, and then that kid can pull a fast one on him.
Yeah. So somehow Konohamaru learned the Rasengan. Somehow. Off screen somewhere. Revealed
Didn't it
only
take-
in this flashback.
I was gonna say, didn't it take Naruto like a week worth of episodes to learn that?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Kids these days.
Kids these days.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Naruto probably gave him, the shortcut. So
Well,
Yeah.
Konoha he can't use the shortcut.
I thought Konohamaru did use the shortcut, though.
I mean, he can't use all of those clones, though.
Well, I mean, he can use the one.
I want. It's dubious if that would work. I think it's all just sort of like, he learned the trick and now he's going to use it, and this episode just feels like, hey, remember the kids? Let's use an episode with them.
Yeah, because they exist.
Yeah. But I'm more interested to talk about this Pain's weird ass power with like tongues or whatever. Like, what the hell is that thing?
Were those really tongues?
Alright, I need to look
Yeah.
that up because
I
I need to know
know.
exactly what that thing was doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was.
pretty sure it ripped their tongues out.
It doesn't look like tongues because nobody's tongue is that big. So I don't know what we're looking at there.
Well, I mean, it looked like he ripped their tongues out.
Well, yeah, it does, but like it's the size of an arm comes out of their mouth. It doesn't make
This is
sense.
true.
and like longer than their bodies. Like, are
Right.
tongues really that lengthy?
And then there's just this big face for some reason that
Mhm.
appears, and it's like a face, and it's like, what the hell is that?
Hold on, I'm trying. I can't figure out which one of these paths is which path. Hold on.
Okay. I really actually do want to know what the hell that thing is and what it's
Yeah.
called, because I have no idea.
I just figured he was just producing physical pain, was producing, I guess, physical manifestations of their secrets, but
Yeah, and I kind of get like, okay, so like he's pulling something out of them to test whether they're lying, but I don't know why it's like a big like cylindrical bit of flesh coming out of their mouth and going into the face of another giant thing. It's like, what is that face about? It doesn't. It's so weird.
So the King of Hell. It's called the King of Hell. After their answers are given, the King of Hell will unzip its mouth to release tendril-like arms and would drown an apparition of the victim's life force energy in the form of an enlarged tongue. Okay, whatever.
So it was their tongue.
It's magic. I don't know how to explain shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
that's
they got big ass tongues.
It is so like I'll give them props for being original, but like usually in Naruto, like the jutsu powers, like you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
put it together. It's like, oh yeah, he's using frogs and whatever. This is like just he's pulling something out of his ass, and I don't know what it is.
and this is not even explained in this show. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of doubt it, depending on. I guess it is kind of explained because it's in the wiki or whatever, but like
Yeah.
that description does not tell me much.
No, he just rips people's tongues out. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
So they can't
basically-
tell people that they told.
Yeah.
So this is, as you said, it enlarges and apparently also highly lengthens the tongue too. Jeez.
The tongue gets really girthy and erect.
Anyway, this episode continues. All of the village members just being like, "Naruto was amazing."
And then we skip to Naruto and it's like, Naruto's crap.
Well, it's like, yeah, because of the whole like. Although yeah, and then they leave you with the cliffhanger. It's like, I've got the perfect solution to know how to do the whatever jutsu or the whatever mode, sage mode, and it's like
Shadow
everybody.
clones.
Yeah, anybody who knows anything about this show is like, oh yeah, he's gonna use shadow clones. Duh.
Well, like Kakashi literally made the same joke that Papa Frog did. It's like, oh, I can look left and right at the same time. Shadow clone.
Right.
I'm like, oh, here's this thing again.
So what's
Like
he
if-
gonna do? Is he literally just gonna have one shadow clone gather the energy, then just disappear, but then he gets the chakra?
Yeah.
I think. See, I haven't not seen this show, but that's exactly what I thought would happen, and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure it
that's-
will.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Yeah, it's got to be. Again, it's like the Rasengan thing where like he gets like 12 clones to like help him make it. It's probably that. Yeah.
I mean, the trick is, making sure the clones just don't get exploded right away.
One thing that people were talking about in the thread that I thought was interesting was all of the Leaf Village people were like this pain was going around is like, have you seen Naruto? And they're all like, I wouldn't tell you. And I'm thinking,
Don't they all hate him?
who?
The Leaf Village guys, don't they all hate Naruto?
Well, apparently the entire point of this arc is that suddenly, oh, that was a lie the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think that they hate him, but I will say that like I made a point in the thread to say like, why don't they just lie? Like, why don't they just go, or why don't they say like, he's somewhere else or whatever, like, or I haven't seen him, but instead they just keep going, I won't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, why? I mean, I get like you're trying to be loyal, but if you really genuinely don't know where Naruto is, then why would you like just piss off the pain people? Why wouldn't you just say, I don't know? it seems like you're just letting more people die. Or if you're just
Yeah.
like, he's not here. He's not here. Go away. You don't have to kill any more of our people. He's literally not here.
Yeah. I mean, no, he's off in the woods. Go into the mountains or something.
Yeah, and then somebody in the thread was like, yeah, but then that guy could tell that they were lying. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. But they don't even have to lie. All they really have to do is go,
I don't
he
know.
is not here. We don't know where he is. Go away.
None
And
of
you
them.
don't have to torture anyone else because nobody here knows where the hell he is.
None of them
We're
know
all-
fate, so they wouldn't really know anyways. Like how
We
they
got no
react to this unknown person would probably vary. Imagine kind of surprised like one person didn't like just try the lie to him, like, oh, he's over there. Since this is some
Hey,
unknown
I found
entity.
Donzo. Donzo's like,
sure you
oh, I know exactly where he is. Please don't kill me. I'm a huge bitch.
I'll even show you how to get there.
I will literally bring his head onto you to a platter.
Yeah.
I don't like him anyway.
Wait, let me try that again. Shit. I will literally bring his head on a platter to you. Because whatever.
What?
I initially said, I reversed it first. Whatever. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
Is there anything else? Anything else in this episode?
It's nice to hear Crispin Freeman again.
Oh yeah, he was in the episode.
Oh yeah, the guy.
It sucks his character didn't put much of a fight.
Yeah, he just got destroyed.
It was like, oh, I should have made that mistake. Like, and you spend all this time talking about Naruto or like a kid.
I kind of was pissed off.
And it like, okay, maybe there was an honest mistake, but you still can get out of this. Until he made a comment like, oh, I'm not gonna die, and like, oh, so you really were, whatever.
Well, the other made worse by the fact that he comes in to distract the pain so that the kid can go away. And what does the kid do? He just hangs around.
That's like, how do you distract? Like, it's just he was far enough away in the city to just go away without even needing it.
He's like, I don't know what the guy's name was. He's like, blah blah sensei. What are you here for? And he's like, I'm here to protect you. Now go, and I will distract the pain guy. You run away. And he's like, yes, sensei. And then the kid just doesn't leave, and then the guy dies because the kid wouldn't leave. Stupid kid.
Would have.
Yeah.
But by sticking around, he ended up saving his ass.
Yeah. I mean, I get that the kid is, he's like Naruto. He's hard, he's high-spirited, and, he thinks he can win and all that crap. But it's just like, come on, kid, you're supposed to leave when your elders tell you to leave. Whatever.
Now, unless your elder is stupid as you are, apparently.
Anyway, anyone else got anything else to say?
I don't think so.
Nope. Anyway, so that's our show. Thank you, B-Boy.
No problem.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
Okay.
Thank you, C-Kohler.
No problem.
We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.